All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. I want to do the Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner daily update. A lot of activity, a huge day today. The Fed has spoken, and let's take a look at how Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners reacted to that. So before I continue, if you're new to the channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. In addition to that, everybody please smash the like button for us. It helps out the channel a lot. And of course, leave a comment below. Also, you will see in our pinned comment below a link to our free Discord. Now, I did put a note in the Discord this morning that I thought today was going to be a huge buying opportunity. So if you're not in the Discord, I think it's worth being over there. We talk about that kind of stuff all the time. We focus a lot on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. So with that said, let's get to it. I want to look at the Bitcoin miner big board. And again, the trading day is not over. There's about a half an hour left in the day. So let's go to the board. Okay, here is the board. It is overwhelmingly green, and a lot of these things are up big. I will tell you, at 10 o'clock this morning and 11 o'clock this morning, this board was disastrously red. So the swings that have occurred today are some of the biggest I have ever seen, and it felt fairly obvious to me in the morning, and that is why I posted in the Discord that something is not right here. I suspect this is a massive buying opportunity. So it turns out that it worked out just exactly that way, and the thing was, Bitcoin was up this morning, and the miners were crashing, and it just felt artificial. It felt like a setup. We pretty much knew what the Fed was going to do. So just to take a second, I'll tell you, if you don't already know, and I'm sure you do, the Fed raised 0.5%, which is exactly what everybody was expecting to do. Most of the language that they used in their notes and the language that Chairman Powell used in the press conference after was pretty much exactly as expected. I think he was fairly sensitive to try to not have a negative impact on the market while still getting his point across. He specifically said they're not even considering 75 basis point rate hikes in the near future. So that is something that people have been very worried about that was taken off the table. But in general, I think just the cloud of uncertainty was removed today and has happened the last several times. That led to a massive uptick in the entire equities market as well as Bitcoin. So everything is way up. The market itself was down today, and now as of this moment, the Nasdaq's up over 3%. So looking at the big board, CleanSpark is now up 11.22%. They were red this morning. Hut 8 is up almost 8%. They were red this morning. Bitfarms is up 7%. They were red this morning. Core Scientific is up 3%. They were down almost 10% this morning. So these are the types of drastic moves that occurred today. So hopefully you guys took the opportunity to do some buying this morning. If not, that's okay. If you already own, look on the bright side. This is a massive turnaround, and what looked like a terrible day this morning has turned into an outstanding day for Bitcoin miner holders and for Bitcoin holders. Okay, so let's take a look at the charts. This is Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart. I want to show you, as always, there's an orange line right here, which is where Bitcoin was when the market closed yesterday. Bitcoin was about 37,700. So you can see by the time the market opened this morning, Bitcoin was up over $1,000. Yet the Bitcoin miners were crashing. So that did not make any sense to me. The last couple of days, I felt that the Bitcoin miners were starting to rally. I felt that they had bottomed out and they were actually doing better than Bitcoin on a daily basis. So this morning, to me, it looked like they were trying to fake us out and say, okay, today the miners are going to crash and everything's going to equal itself out. But I did not believe that, and that is not how it turned out at all. So Bitcoin is performing very well, and the miners are once again performing even better. So you can see all day, Bitcoin was up $1,000 when the market opened. It's now up another $1,000 since the market opened. So that's up over $2,000 since the equity markets closed yesterday. So that is a massive increase. You'll see from the market close till right now, which is just short of the market closing today, Bitcoin is up 5.6%. So that's a spectacular day for Bitcoin. At this point, most of the miners are up at least that. Some of them are up much more than that. And remember, all of these miners were down between 4% and as much as Core Scientific was down 10%. So a lot of these miners had 10 to 15% swings during the day from the low to the high. Also, you see right here, this was 2 o'clock and we were trading at about 38,900. This was when the Fed minutes were released and we got to see that the Fed had raised the rates 0.5%, just as expected. There was some language in there about their balance sheet. However, we did go sideways until Powell came out and started speaking. And once he started speaking, from the time he started speaking until the time he finished, Bitcoin was up $1,000 and the entire market had flipped positive. So I think he avoided any landmines and that's all everybody was looking for. So very positive day for Bitcoin. What I want to point out is this puts us above this line of resistance at 39,700-ish. So, yesterday we were bumping into this line of support down here at 37,400. And for several days, we've been concerned that we were going to lose that line of support. Well, that line of support held, and we are now above the next line of support. Now, it's only been about an hour, so it's way too soon to call anything. But if we can hold this line and go up from here, that is going to be very good news. And I'm going to zoom out and you're going to see exactly what that means in the big picture. Okay, so this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. So you'll see these series of green candles from when after the market closed yesterday. So a very big up day. The other thing you can see is we're right here above this red line. But what I want to point out, for the last couple of weeks, we've been kind of in a descending pattern here. You can see that this morning we broke above that, and once we broke above it, you can see we are now way above that. So I'll zoom out to a little larger time frame. This is basically the beginning of April. So the entire month of April, now through May 4th, you'll see this has been a line of resistance. So we have been in a descending channel for the last month. That was clearly broken out of this morning. These are 4-hour candles. We've now had 2 open and close above that, and if we can maintain this momentum, I think that is the end of this downward pressure that was the month of April. The month of March was great. The month of April was awful. Well, now it's May. Let's see how it goes. But it seems to be starting off potentially on the right foot here. Okay, and now I want to go to Plan Z. This is what I call Plan Z for zoom out. And I want to show you I now have a Plan Z and a modified Plan Z. So I'm not going to eliminate my Plan Z. When I make lines on these charts, they're never perfect. And everybody should understand that, technical analysis and charting is just as much of an art as it is a science. So at the time I made this chart originally, you could see I had a touch point here and then, we candle wicked below it here, but I had another touch point here, and that's about when I started this plan a couple of months ago. So at that point, this line made a lot of sense. I don't like to move lines, so I really don't ever move a line on my charts because they are a point of reference, and if you start moving your reference points, then you literally have no point of reference. But what I did do is one of our subscribers left me a note on YouTube that basically said, if you go from the bottom of the candle wicks, we never really left Plan Z. Had you drawn your initial line from the bottom of these candle wicks, all of this activity is just bouncing right off of the line. So they proposed, that would have been a better Plan Z. Well, now that I have this extra information with these extra touch points, this does look like a better line of support. I'm not going to get rid of this line of support though, because I didn't have this information at that time. So I'm going to leave them both on there from now on. We did stay inside of this channel if I were to have used these candle wicks as my bottom line of support for Plan Z. But more importantly, you'll see we are approaching getting back inside of my initial trading channel. So we are now about $300 away from being back inside of the Plan Z trading channel. So that to me is critical. Obviously $300 is nothing. We're up $2,000 just today. Today's candle could very well close inside of Plan Z. If not, obviously we've trended in the right direction. Now, this was an extremely volatile day. So we're going to need a few of these days in a row. Let's see if we can close a candle up here inside of this trading channel above about 40,200. And if we can do that 1 or 2 days in a row, then once again, I'm going to say our 50,000 to 51,000 price target is on the table over the next 30 to 60 days, because that is the next natural line. That would be the top of this ascending channel. So that remains my price target. We talked about how we needed to do this fairly quickly, and it looks like in just about a week, we're just on the brink of doing this. So this is not yet confirmed. We need to close this daily candle or tomorrow's daily candle inside of this trading channel. And then I think I will feel good that the bull run is back on, and this downward line we had here for the month of April, may be over. We went sideways for several days and now a big up day. So let's see if we can continue that momentum. Again, it's too soon to call, but I want to show you a few other reasons why I really think we are heading towards that. Okay, the first thing is, here's the daily RSI. So remember, I always say good things happen above 50 on the daily RSI, and we have been trading sideways under 50 and over 30 for weeks and weeks. Well, today we are at 49.24. So that is the closest that we have been to 50. We could be at 50, any time over the next few minutes or hours if we have the right momentum. So this one is on the brink of turning bullish, in my opinion, and it's been a while since that's happened. So there's a bunch of things that are on the verge of happening. We're on the verge of getting back into the Plan Z trading channel. We are on the verge of getting over 50 on the daily RSI, where we have not been. We've been following the MACD very closely, and we've been talking about the fact that this has been extremely sideways activity. It keeps going from, light red to dark red and back and forth, and it's done that many times. We've had this jagged road here where we just can't seem to get a bullish crossover. Well, at the moment, you will see for the very first time, we have a green candle on the histogram. So everything seems to have gone the right way today. Okay, so I'm just going to go through a few of these real quickly. Essentially, all these look the same. They started the day awful in the red, and now they are way up. So Cleanspark is up the most. It's up almost 11% right now, but you will see this is the 930 candle right here. So the market opened and Cleanspark went straight down. It was down over 4%, and now it's up almost 11%. So that's a 15% swing that Cleanspark took from basically 10:30 until the close today. So that's a massive move up, and it's a total reversal of fortune. Core Scientific's up about 2%. It actually got up almost 4% at one point. But you're going to see this candle right here is, and we're on the 30-minute time frame. This candle right here was when the market opened this morning. So CORZ went down in a straight line for the first 30 minutes and the second 30 minutes. CORZ was down almost 10% an hour into the trading day. So it's now up 2%. So that is a 12-point swing. If any of you took advantage of that, congratulations. If not, hopefully you maintained your positions and they improved greatly today. So a big step in the right direction. I think we're 1 or 2 days away from being in a spot where we could potentially be feeling very bullish about Bitcoin. So remember, if you made it this far, please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. It helps us out a lot. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in tomorrow's Bitcoin update. Also, don't forget we have a live stream at 4:30 every Friday. So hope to see you there.